Hi, everyone. So I had the pleasure of being a student in this course, not this current year, but the previous year. I'm still at the same company that I was working in, but I have advanced significantly. I was at more of an individual contributor level, and now I'm managing a team of 14 direct reports. My position prior was meant to be only internally facing within operations. I just had lunch with our COO and CEO yesterday, actually at the AACR conference. And so I'm now in a position where I'm working with the product managers to help sell services, help gauge feasibility for our site. So while I'm on the preclinical side of operations, this course was really helpful in giving me insight into what the rest of the industry was working on. In my case, I actually learned that clinical was probably not where I wanted to end up, but I also learned that there was going to be a need for professionals like me that could help bridge that translational gap from preclinical through the IND phase into the clinic. And furthermore, people in that position who could understand the science and have some business acumen to actually help connect the MBAs to the PhD scientists. These are the people that I help. And so this course was incredibly helpful. The alumni network has been wonderful. You will learn just as much, if not more, from your fellow students as you will from the faculty and from the guest lecturers. You'll learn a lot about probably things that you'd never heard of before, things that you don't want to do, which is really useful, especially if you're trying to get an idea of where you want to go in the industry. You're also going to learn a lot about different options. This is a space, biotech, and pharmaceutics that's constantly evolving. If you haven't been paying attention to the news for the past 2 years, you're already out of date. And San Diego in particular has a very rich startup community. You're going to learn more about how kind of that market churns, how big pharma and biotech help communicate, how academia plays into this. It's a really rich network that you'll kind of get to see how it all comes together. So this was a very valuable program for me. I was one of those students that was trying to avoid having to get an MBA. Coming from the science background, knowing that I needed some business acumen to be able to be better at my job, wanting to know how the commercial side worked, didn't know how to read a P&L, didn't understand what marketing was, didn't understand what product management was, thought I knew what project management was. I can say that I'm significantly more prepared now than I was at the start of the program. I understand more about what I want for my own career. I was fortunate to have Dr. E as my mentor. And so he really challenged me to think about things in a different perspective, but that's one of the values. This is a program where you will get out what you put in. This is not like undergrad where you can be distracted during class working on other things. If you show up, you need to be present. That's where you're going to get the most out of it. So it's exhausting. It's totally worth it. Yes, so that's my couple cents.